Hi everyone, in this video I just wanted to go over my Honkai Star Rail account. I did stop playing this for a few months just before Kafka came out, and so even though I've been free to play, I have missed about probably 6 to 8 weeks of logging in and doing dailies, and even then the dailies I don't complete them because I find them kind of too boring in this game, if I'm perfectly honest. But I thought this would be a good time, with where this account's at now, and with other content creators, say, finishing harder content in the game, I thought it'd be a good idea to show where my account is and what's happened to me with this. Basically, obviously, I've played since launch. We got Sealer right at the beginning. Been a fantastic unit. We've just got her with this light cone out of the Herter shop. I can't remember what it's called or whatever that's called. It's beyond me now. I do it every week. It's kind of annoying. I'm still finding it very difficult. Now, this is where my account's going to come down a bit. They're all at sort of level 70. I believe I showed this before. We're at Trailblaze level 62. And so the content is starting to feel quite hard again. I'm aware that if I take my characters up to 80 and fully max out the relics, and their talents, I'm sure we'll be in a better situation. But I'll be honest, for someone that's played this every day, this would kind of have to be your main game every day. Like, you're going around the different areas, defeating the bosses to get the materials to upgrade your characters. I haven't done that. I've like logged in, used my resin on either books or never done artifacts. I've never done relics. Only recently, I've spent about 30 fuels I had saved up, and I've just gone through and made all my relics and my different characters and tried to do what I can with the experience I've got. But before that, I haven't been using any daily resin to do relics. I've just been doing materials, whether, you know, be these like these cone things here or whatever, or whether it would be say the books to rank up a light cone, or the materials to rank up a character, or even at the minute I'm actually running out of money in this as well, so I've been doing the daily to get the money. So that's kind of where we're at. It's a little bit of a struggle. Like, each week I'm just sort of taking my time, but basically that's why the traces here won't be fully maxed out as they should be, but we'll just go through it here. So like my Sealer, I just gave her this set, and I believe this is with an attack. And how do I do this? The body piece is a crit damage piece. I've got quite a few here, but nothing quite suitable. These are all like HP and healing boost and things, so not very good there. Most of my units are going to have crit damage or crit rate balls on them. I am aware I don't think that's the best thing, particularly some of the characters to have, but it's just what I've got. You'll also see the levels here aren't maxed out. And this is going to be the same levels for most of my characters. Again, I've just tried to do it in balance. I'm aware that Sealer should be more because she's a DPS, same with my Kafka. But that's just where I'm at the minute. I can't do without swiping. I could briefly show the store before we go all the characters. Where is the store? Store's up here. I've not had a Welkin in this. It's tempting, but I don't enjoy it enough to really pay money in a game like this. And you can see I've got all my initial top-up bonuses and things here as well. It's a little bit annoying to see creators boast that they're free to play when they've got the Welkin and they've got like 30,000 gems on their account. It causes obviously a lot of controversy, but I generally am free to play. And like I said, I missed a couple of months, and it's I don't know. This game's too much of a grind for my liking. I've caught up with the story, you know. If I was to show my story, we've got pretty much all the missions are done. Only got these like little side missions to do. All the missions are done. All the stories. The latest one of like March 7th and some of the other characters. I don't know if it's still here. Companion missions. These are all done. Did that recently. I haven't really cleared the Memory of Chaos or whatever it's called. And we're getting through the simulated universe. That's what that's called. So we just start on my Sealer here. Yeah, so it's got that light cone. Traces aren't maxed out. Obviously showed her artifacts there. No constellations. My Bronya, I really wanted Bronya, and I thankfully got her for the standard banner. I initially got her cone, and I gave it to Asta because I didn't have anyone else to give it to. And I was really hoping we would get Bronya, but the fact that I got her cone and didn't get her, you know, there's so many chances basically not to get that. I believe I got my Japad was my initial 5-star off of the normal banner, but thankfully about a couple of months ago now, when I came back and started playing again, I got her, and I was very grateful I did, because otherwise, I'll be honest, I was going to quit. So we've got 466 again. This all needs ranking up again. These are lots of little talents that haven't been done. Going to try and work on that possibly this week or next week. Just giving her this set, which is apparently recommended. Saw a little guide online, so just gone with what's recommended. I'm kind of in the testing mode of this at the minute. We've got some attack boots. Obviously, I need some nicer pieces in the domain. You've got a HP piece with then like a crit damage piece. I personally like these crit damage balls. Don't know why this ball's not showing up, or the rope's not showing up there. Oh no, it's in the background, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm a bit blind. Edon's no constellations on that. Natasha, been honestly carrying my account, Natasha. Very useful as a physical unit. Obviously, it's my main healer I've got on my account. I haven't really got another healer. I very quickly got her light cone. It's only superimposed once. I've got some talents here. Looks like they can be ranked up with their 666. And then I've had this set for a little while, and I now increase outgoing healing by 10%. Immediate start battle, regenerate 1 skill point. Again, that's probably not the best set for her, but it is what it is. We've got an increased crit rate on there. She does actually do pretty good damage. We've got HP on her boots, outgoing healing boost on her body, and then we've got physical damage boost and attack. That attack's probably a bit scuffed. That probably shouldn't be attack. I thought that would be HP, but there you go. She does pretty good damage. She's on the few characters I've got C6, and it's kind of why I got C6 at the beginning. Could have even been on Sealer's banner. Or at least I got C5 on Sealer's banner, basically. So, very useful. I believe this last one's pretty clutch. Deals physical damage equal to 40% of her max HP. Yeah, so that last ball should definitely be HP. I've probably got one somewhere. Where is it? It's the crit rope. No, I haven't. I have got that there. So realistically, yeah, I should probably swap that over, but whatever. It is what it is. And then we've got Kafka. Really awesome character. Very hyped up in the game. Very strong. Probably one of the strongest characters in the game right now. Again, I actually had her with I believe, her own card, which I haven't really got anything to do, which was this semi-breathe rest, which is basically, I've been using that for a while. It's actually got her on the thumbnail, but I had to come to the choice, and again, this is what cost a lot of materials for the cones, is I had to ditch one that's been superimposed twice as well, to go for the her to store 5-star here. I don't know if these are better. Ultimately, I really don't, but you assume 5-star gives more damage, more attack, more HP. It's going to be better even if the sub is scuffed. Traces again 666, got 5 on this one. Need to work on these. Again, recently just changed her to this lightning damage set. Before I had her with, like, say, the cowboy hat, that set. Most of my characters had that set. But we've got HP boots because I haven't got anything else at the minute. Yeah, I haven't got anything else at the minute, so that's the only thing it's given me in the Gamba. And then the body's got crit rate, but then it's got defense substats on it, so not brilliant. Lightning damage and attack. Yeah, I kind of need some work on that. My Fushuan, I only got Fushuan a few days ago, and I'm really pleased because I was really scrapping for Stellar Jade or whatever it's called. I haven't really had any pulls. I've been pulling once a day, and I did a little video about a week or two ago with what I had saved up to try and get her, and I couldn't get her. And so each day I've been playing, trying to do a little bit more. And thankfully I got her, but if you look, I haven't even got enough for a pull here, and I've pretty much caught up with all the content apart from the trials. But very happy I got her. A character I really wanted. So now it's just going to be building her, but yeah, you can see I got her. Like yesterday, so I was very pleased with that. It was kind of a relief. I think there was on like 83 pity, 85 pity, pretty hardcore. And with how that is as well, I thought we were going to lose because she leaves in a day, so I wasn't really going to be able to get her. So I'm very grateful I did. I've spent the last day trying to rank her up, but she's not built yet. She's not ready. We've got this spare light cone, but what I'd really like is the light cone in the store, again in the Herta store. I don't know if that is going to be good for her. Preservation light cone in the store. The problem I've got with that, and with this game, and anyone that knows that, is if I briefly go there, I don't actually know, I'm not going to go there. But basically the Herta store, I think it's going to, I've calculated, it's going to take about 3 weeks, maybe more, to get enough points to get that preservation light cone. So it's going to take a lot of time playing the game just to get that light cone. Pretty hardcore to do that. And so I don't know if I really want to leave her without a light cone until then. So I might end up building this one when I've got the materials spare. But right now, I haven't got anything spare. So you can see I'm just trying to do her talents or her traces. And then again, I've just swapped to this set. Now, I don't think this was recommended with the Quantum. It was actually recommended to put her on like a damage reduction set, which I did initially try. But just for now, I've ranked this up. Just to go with it. So we got a HP and a HP piece with quantum damage on a ball and energy regen on that ball there as well. But again, that will need tidying up, and I need to do a little bit more research. But I've just put that on there so you know, I can mess with it. The materials are already invested, so if I need to swap them around to something else, it's not a big deal. It's already kind of half built. Japard, again, another character that's been carrying my account. I initially thought it was a bit of an F, but I didn't build Pyro Traveler or the Flame Traveler. I've still kept him as physical. You could argue this is why, because he's a shielder. So Landau's Choice, really good card, makes him basically the main target of the team, which is kind of what you want in a character like Japard. Really, he's like the tank. Again, we've got the traces. I don't know why I haven't done this one. It's got to be expensive, right? Yeah, it is. So there's a reason I've obviously not done this talent on a lot of these, and it's got to be because it's expensive. Been messing with his sets. I don't really know the best set to put on him. I just put this set on him recently because the aesthetic of the set. Not even kidding. I did have him on something else. I had him on what my March 7th has got, this Knight of Purity Palace. I believe that's probably a better set if you get nice defense substats. But for now, like this, he's got a crit rate, his defense substats. For now, I've just given him this and see how he does. And so far, his shield's been still pretty good. So crit rate, defense, ice damage bonus, and then energy recharge. Seems to work quite well. Again, he's been carrying my account. No constellations on him. Himiko, everybody seems to hate Himiko or think she's bad. I really don't think she's bad. In fact, she's one of the best units on my account. She's got great follow-up attacks, does good damage. I can see that she's not the most powerful. I don't know what she's like with constellations. Definitely one of my favorite characters in the game, and one of the first characters I got at the beginning as well. I have her with this card. Again, I don't know if this is really that good. Genius's Repose. Traces have got 466 again. I clearly need to work on those. And then we've got a two-piece set. So we got the two-piece Musketeer and a two-piece Flame set with attack boots and crit rate body with a fire damage ball and an attack ball. Overall, she does really well on my account so far. Anytime I need a pyro user, if I need a lot, I'll use Asta and her, but at the least, I'll use her and say Kafka as my main DPS a lot of the time now. So, again, she's another character that needs investing in. These haven't been ranked up as high as they should be. These should be like 15 or 16 or whatever the rank is. But, again, no constellations. My Traveler, I've been going off and on my Traveler. I did initially change them to Pyro. I didn't like it and didn't build it. And there's a reason for that. I'll explain in a second. He's annoyingly probably one of my best characters. I've given him this cone, which has got, it's been superimposed at least once. Again, I feel this is pretty good. Increases the wearer's attack when the wearer defeats an enemy. The wearer's crit rate is increased by 15%. I thought that was pretty good. And that's been working really nicely for him. I don't know who this character is. These two characters are. They look pretty cool. He's got probably the more higher talents on this, I think, because it was easier to invest in early on, and he's had these this high for a long time. And he definitely hits some of the hardest because I think of these, and that's the main reason. But we had this set. I don't know if you get given this set for free, but I believe I got this set from the game, and it gave me a crit rate body and a speed boots. And to be honest, I've just stuck with it. Got physical damage and attack on the piece set. Is that level 0? God, it is as well. I've been using him with a 0 rope and a 0 thing, and he still hits really hard. So there you go. But this has been quite neglected. Edeon's got C6, obviously because of the story. Now we've got to March. I use her quite a bit now, and particularly if I need the second team needs a shielder and Japard's already being used, I would tend to use March 7th. Very good character if you've got her built. I believe I've got her own card here, but I don't know, it's different. It's obviously her, she's the main one on the card, and it looks like she signed it as well. Increased the wearer's defense by 16%. After entering battle, increased all types of res by allies by 8%. So generally, she's a really good support unit. Oh, I've done this to 8 apparently. That was obviously a bit of a mistake. 6, 6, 8, and 5 on her talents there. And like I showed before, we got a full set of Purity Palace on her with a different artifact. So we got defense stat on the ball there, and another defense stat, and that's with the Bellabog of Architects balls, which is also increasing defense. So she gives most of my characters about 3/4 of a shield when she uses it, which is really nice. Again, really good character. Honestly, she does follow-up attacks, which are also really good. We got her C3, apparently. I didn't realize that. That, again, must have been right at the beginning of the game. Now, there's only a few more characters to go through here. Pella, I used her a lot, particularly before I got Bronya. But since I got Bronya, I haven't really used Pella that much. And one of the teams I'd like to use her in replaces Natasha. And it's good, but it's not great for, say, grinding some of these domains where you need to be doing multiple rounds. And so you need some survivability. So she's good, I guess, for, let's say, doing boss fights. Things where you need to basically just make sure you get as much attack down as possible. But for longevity, I'd rather use a healer. But either way, she's really good. I've said she's really good since the beginning. Her light cone here, she had her light cone robbed. Or we can give her the Kafka one. Maybe not, maybe because I haven't ranked her up. So basically, I've only just recently leveled her up to 70. And so this was her light cone from before. A bit underpowered. We got 8, 8, and 6 on the talents there. Crikey. Okay, so obviously did that a little bit. We got the full musketeer set with attack boots and a crit rate body, ice damage sphere with a break effect as well for some reason. I don't know why we got break effect on that. Pretty scuffed on my Pella, but we got C5, which is nice. Recently got another constellation. Really good character. Yukon, character you get for free. Really enjoyed her character, actually. I think she's a great looking character and fits into the story quite nicely. I wanted to build it because she's the only imaginary unit I've got, and I also had spare materials, so you could argue this is where a lot of my spare materials on my account have gone, is building up this second character and Fushuan. Harmony, Dance, 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 really good card, quite well known within the Starwell community. I know the talents are 6, 6, 5, and 5. Again, we'll try and get these ranked up, but that's just where we are. We've got a 2-piece musketeer set with a 2-piece, what is this, imaginary damage set. With the speed on her boots, and we've got HP on her body, imaginary damage, crit damage balls with an attack piece on there. Overall, pretty good. She just buffs the team, a bit like Bronya and others, so a bit like Asta as well. So I've been using her in a third team. I'll show my team comps in a second. No constellations on her. My Asta, again, really like Asta, really good character. Obviously, voiced by Mona out of Genshin Impact, so quite like a voice actor as well for that reason. Entering battle, if an ally deals the same damage type as the wearer, damage dealt increased by 12%. I tend to use her with, as I said before, with Himiko. That's the main team I'll use her with, or I'll just switch it to like a physical team if I need to. But don't use her too much. But when I do enjoy it. We've got 766 on the talents there. Relics, I'm using her with. I just recently again got this set. Using it with this HP set or speed set. With speed boots and crit damage body, with a fire damage ball, which is a crit rate ball, and then an attack piece on that as well. Again, these all need ranking up, but my supports haven't done so much. My Asta is C4, surprisingly. I didn't realise that, which is a great character. Xingshui, I don't know how you say her name. I don't know if that's even remotely close. Do like the character. Got her in the back pocket of my account. People don't like her because she's got too much RNG with her kit, and I understand that. I think it's a lot of fun, personally. But it's one of these characters that, because I've got others, I haven't really used her that much, and she's a bit of a risk when you do. I think she's very powerful, and I'd like to be. I will still build her on my account, but you can see here, like, you know, barely leveled on any of the talents, or the light cone's a bit scuffed. So overall, need some no constellations on her. Need some work on her, but I do like her kit, as it were. It's good fun. It's the Gamba kit, basically. Dan Hung, I kind of neglected him at the beginning because I got Sealer. And that's it. That's the truth. I couldn't really afford to build both of them, but I did like him. And I always wanted to basically build him on my account, and I never got round to it. So this last week, I've actually been building him. Again, I don't know if this card is good for him. I think I got this is on the first cards I got, and I believe I actually used it on my sealer for a while. But anyway, he's now got his card back again. We've got 666 on the talents. We'll raise those up. Just been doing this set. Been trying to grind the wind set the last day or so. I've done it a few times and I didn't really get anything usable. So we still got this set with speed boots, crit rate body piece, a wind damage ball, and we got an attack ball there as well. Nothing too special. We got C1 Dan Hung, and then basically everyone else isn't built. The noticeable one on my account is you've got her C5. Got Serval C1 apparently. Is I've had Hook probably about 13 times from the Gambit, and I don't use her. But this is probably about C13, C14 Hook. Even now, you'll see I haven't got links. I lost to Hook on the current banner about 4 more times this session. That's been very painful. So definitely the pain in my account. And reinforcing even more, I will not build her for that reason. I cannot stand that the game just gives you stuff like this when you don't use her. Not happy about that. But Su Shang, awesome character, won't be building her. Arlen, again, cool character, won't be building him. So that's generally the overview of my account. If I just go into my team comps now, then I'll leave that there. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It's been a bit of a long one, but it's whatever. This game's a bit of a slog, and I haven't really covered too much about it. So this right here, Sealer, Bronya, Natasha, Japard, one of my best teams. This is a fantastic auto team. It's only reliant really on single target, because you're only really going with single target with Sealer. So as long as it's like a boss or something that hasn't got too many minions, or you just want raw damage on a boss, this team's really good. Fantastic survivability. I could just auto everything with this team, and I really like that. The problem I've got is, say, if you AoE is a big factor, then a team like my next one here will come into play more, where I'll say use Darren Hung is obviously single target, but I'll use something like this. It would be Kafka, Asta, March, and Himiko, or if even putting Traveler in here because he's got good AoE. That's generally the set I've been using for this sort of team. I'll put Dan Hung back in it because that's what I prefer at the minute. This is a team I'm just building, but again, would like it for, say, my Fu Xuan. Ultimately, with this game, you change your teams around depending on what elements you're going up against, and obviously different elements, different team comps. You might need to swap Dan Hung out for Sealer because of the quantum weakness. So, but as a whole, this is a team I'd like to run. Really cool. Anything much different, yeah. Natasha and my Traveler, so just for basically physical. This team has again been needed, where I've needed, say, something like wind, imaginary, and then physical weakness, and I haven't, none of the other weaknesses, so that's been okay. But this is probably the most flexible team, which is the beginning one here, where you see I last used Sealer, Kafka, Bronya, and Natasha. I can change this around to pretty much anything at this point, as I kind of showed before, whether I even need to put Traveler and Himiko into it. These two, Natasha and Bronya, work tremendously well together. I'd say probably this is my best team at the minute, really, going into on my account. You got the AoE and you got the single target, and Natasha at this point with C6 can pretty much carry my account. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, as I say, and thank you very much for watching.